Yeah, hi guys, good evening all. Let's start the webinar. Welcome to the second webinar, guys. And let me introduce about me. This is Shyam. This is Shyam from business team of GeoPits. And let me introduce about the GeoPits. GeoPits started in 2017, and we got Microsoft partner in data platforms like Microgen and NewsGen. And we got recently partner with MongoDB as well. And we help the database as 24/7. And we got 100 plus clients through all over the India and 45 employees as well. And we are proficient with Microsoft and SQL and MongoDB as well. And any type of database, we are that to GeoPits are that to help you guys. And this is about the GeoPits. And I'm gonna introduce the speaker of the webinar, Mr. Sabir Shachi Chowdhury, and he's a data engineer, and he had done the several projects in DBA in database side, and he's a very proficient through the database. And this is about the speaker of the webinar. And today's topic of the webinar is leveraging column store indexes for massive data. And Sabia, I think from this you can take it off. Let me make you as a host.
Thanks for the introduction, Sam.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure, Sabia. Yeah, sure.
let me share the screen.
Yeah, sure. You can.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, Sabia, your screen is visible. Yeah, sure. You can start it.
Yeah. Hi guys. My name is Sabyasachi. So today we will discuss about leveraging column store indexes for the massive data. So today table of contents are: first, we will discuss about concept of data files, pages, and extents. Then we'll discuss about introduction to index. Then we'll discuss about concept of column store index. Then we'll see a demo. Then we'll discuss about what is the limitation of column store index. Then we'll discuss about how column store index limitations across the SQL Server versions. And then we'll discuss conclusion. Okay. So first we discuss about what is data files, what is pages, and what is extents. So when we create any SQL Server database, few operating system files are created. You can see here, one second. You can see here, when we create a database, SQL Server database, few operating system files are created and placed into their respective directories. So these files are known as database file. You can see here three types of file are there. So see, in SQL Server database have three types of file to handle data and log. So the files are primary data file, secondary data file, and log file. So all data from our database, means all data file keeps or store the actual data of the database, and log file hold all the log information that is used to recover the database. Okay, then we come to pages. So we read that every database has data file to store the actual data. So data stores inside these data files in the form of pages. So page is the fundamental unit of data storage in SQL Server. But log file do not store any data. They contain a of logs records. So log file do not have any pages. Let's come. We'll discuss about the architecture of page. So each page begins with 96 byte header as shown in that image. So that is used to store some information about the page. So this information include page number, page type, and the amount of free space in that page. So data rows are put on the page serially, starting immediately after the header. Then we'll discuss about extents. So as you can see here, extent are a collection of 8 physically contiguous pages and are used to efficiently manage the pages. So for better understanding of extent, we will go to the next slide. Okay. So generally, there are two types of extent. One is mixed extent and another one is uniform extent. So what is mixed and uniform extent? So first we learn about mixed extent. So this type of extent contains pages from the different object. In a mixed extent, the 8 pages could belong to different tables or indexes. You can see here in mixed extent, so there are 8. You can learn previously in one extent there are 8 pages are there. You can see here total 8 pages are there, and here the first one is from table 2, second one is from index 1, then third one is index 2. And here in mixed extent, what happened, the 8 pages could belong to the different tables. But what happened in uniform extent, this type of extent contains pages from a single object, either all data page or all index page. For example, you can see here a uniform extent might contain 8 data pages from the same table. You can see here in uniform extent, all pages are from table 1 only. Okay. Now we can now come to the next slide. Okay. So now we will discuss, before discuss about column store index, first we know what is the index. So in SQL Server, an index is a data property. Similarly, the database engine to quickly find pages that contain desired data rather than scanning in the entire table. If just tell me one subject, tell me one topic name, then first we have to, the first what you will do, first you just go to the index, then search what is the number in which page it is the subjects, open that topic. So in our SQL Server also work like this. It is not totally scan the table number. So there are several type of indexes are available in SQL Server, each with its own characteristics and use cases. So here are some of the most common type of indexes in SQL Server. So first one is clustered index, non-clustered index, unique index, covering index, filtered index, fragile index, full text index, XML index, column store index, in-memory OLTP index. So now we'll discuss about the column store index. First, we'll discuss what is the concept of column store index. Okay. So a column store index is a type of index that organizes and store data in a columnar format rather than the traditional row-based format. So for that, I just want to 267 record. For fetching 267 records, it take logical rates 333,513, means it reading that much pages. So we just, and you can see here CPU time is 5 to 65 millisecond and elapsed time is 2 to 65 millisecond. I'm just going to note that to see what is the performance. See. Yeah. So this is the logical read before creating column store index. This is the CPU 5 to 65.
Okay, that is 5 to
And
6 bytes.
yeah. Sorry.
You made it as 2 to something.
Yeah. Then just come, we'll create one that column store index. Yeah. So now I'm just going to create the column store index. Taking some time.
So it column store indexes could be created for the OLAP kind of systems, right? Not for the OLTP. So
Yeah.
okay.
Is it possible to create column store index on cluster indexes as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Complete. Now we can test the performance. Yeah, it's in less than 1 second. So in messages you can see here. Now the physical reads 0, means it reading less pages, and
The logical reads we have seen last time.
yeah, logical reads 0. You can see here, and CPU time is 187 millisecond, and elapsed time is 59. Note there also. Yeah, you can see the difference. Before creating column store index, the logical reads is 333,513. Means before creating column store index is reading that much pages, but after column store index is 0. Means it's reading less, very less pages. And CPU time is 5 to 6 previously, but now 187. And previously elapsed time is 2 to 55, and now elapsed time is 59. Yeah. Now we can see the limitation of column store index. So as we discussed previously, yes, sorry. Yeah. So as we discussed previously, it is uh, it is only for that OLTP, means it is very helpful. It's very helpful for OLTP systems, because in OLTP every minute transactions are happening, update, delete, everything happening. So for that, and in why it is not for OLTP, because first it have to just divide the columns, then it have to compress it. For that, it is not for a limited support for OLTP workloads. Then come to the second point, a limited update and delete performance. So it is limited for update and delete performance, because it is only for that select type of performance. If we're retrieving some data for analytical type of things, it will help. And data compression and decompression overhead, we can discuss previously. For data compression and decompression also overhead for that. So limited benefits for small data sets. It only for big databases, like big data sets like our yeah, it is for big data sets. Then maintenance overhead. We have to just for maintenance it's overhead, because we have to rebuild the indexes, and for that maintenance is overhead. Yeah. For replication and mirroring, like the disaster recovery type of system, it is not helpful that much. Yeah. Column store index, column store index limitations across SQL Server versions. Yeah. So it introduced in SQL Server 2012. So column store indexes are read-only structure. Update, insert. In SQL Server 2012, updates, insert, and deletes are not allowed. Then in SQL Server 2014, introduction of clustered column store index for read-only tables, not for any operations. Then in SQL Server 2000 introduced for certain DML operations. Then in SQL Server 2017, continued improvement for DML operations on table with column store index. And in 2019, enhanced the performance and compatibility for DML operations, introduction of batch mode on row store concept. Yeah. So in wrapping up, we have explored index optimization and the game-changing column store indexes, the boost query speed and database efficiency by storing data in a columnar format. Excelling in analytical workloads, our demo showcased their remarkable impact on query performance. So remember, every tool has its limits. So column store indexes also come with considerations like data modification changes and specific query patterns. So this make a strong case for evaluating their fit your scenario. So SQL Server evaluation across version has addressed this limitation and introduced enhancement. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
In 2019, you mentioned there is one option like batch mode and row something like that. What is about that? What is the feature?
Yeah,
batch mode and row?
actually previously in a column store batch mode is there. Now they introduced batch mode in row store also. Batch mode means if you are as I told our in SQL Server our data stored in pages. Okay, it is not taking like one by one page. It in batch like 1 to 1000, 1000 to 2000, 2000 to 3000 like batch. So that batch mode is introduced in row store concept, in row store index type concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. You are going to cover any concept now?
Yeah.
No.
Anything is there?
Yeah.
Hello,
No.
is there anything is available or
Yeah.
PPT?
Sure.
Yeah, sure, you can share it.
No. Thank. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make me as a host, Sabya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, can you hear me all? Hello? Hello guys, can you hear me?
Your voice is breaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your voice is breaking.
Yes, Sham, you are.
yeah, okay, done. Yeah, thank you, Sabya. It was a wonderful webinar after a long time. And I guys, I hope you guys found the information and the topic of the webinar is gonna be a very helpful for you guys. And I gonna encourage you guys to visit the geopits.com, the website of our company, and you guys are gonna get more notifications of the webinar for upcoming webinars futures also. And please visit that. And thank you for attending the fantastic webinar, guys. And I gonna see you for all the faces for next webinar also. Yeah, see you guys all, and thank you for joining the peoples. Thank you all.
Now, how frequently you conduct the webinars?
Sir, what?
No, how frequently you conduct the webinars?
I think for the
Weekly?
weekly, I think monthly, sir. Monthly last and monthly first week, like that.
So what was your previous webinar?
Our previous webinar was just a minute. It was streamlining database administration for modern environments.
Oh, this was on last month happened. Okay.
Yeah, this was a topic for the last webinar. It was done by our senior guy, Mr. Manoj.
Mhm.
Can you share the link where to register for this?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, I could share it. Just a minute. Last webinar or which you're asking?
I want to register
Yeah,
it.
last webinar also, what are the webinars you have conducted? Just get us that YouTube or something you will replace it, right? These are free webinars, right?
Yeah, okay. Please can you share the email ID like that? I could
So you
share
can
it.
ping us the link if that is part of YouTube.
Yeah, sure. I could. So what's your name, sir? Vinod, I think so, right? Hello.
Hello, yeah, NASA here. I asked the link to register it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
upload. It's uploaded on YouTube also. And register, I could share it on the through via mail or else you can drop the mail ID in the chat box. I could share.
I'm sharing my email ID.
Yeah, sure. You can find the
Yeah.
emails. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just
I
share my email.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
in chat. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys go on the previous mail of the previous link of the webinar, you can share the email address on the chat box or I could send it to the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, kindly share all the previous webinars.
Yeah, sure.
What-
I could.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Thank you for your.
Thank
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the time.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.